All right, welcome back to another edition, and I have a lot to talk about tonight. Really excited about it, and I want to start with some cool things that I've been working on, and here's something I found in my collection. It was in the old guitar case that I had, and I think it's really cool. It's a old Sears beginner's guitar sort of pamphlet. It's got a seal on the front and the back, and it unfolds. Um, it, this is pretty cool, you know. Unfolds into that, and this thing has to be from the I don't know 50s, 60s. See if I can find a date on it. Uh, it's pretty cool. It was $1.95. So I'll have to keep looking for a date. So it also featured a 45 record, which I have. I have the record to it. So you can learn to play guitar along with this pamphlet. But I thought that was worth sharing with all of you, and I have a lot of things to talk about. Some different resources and books and whatnot that I've been getting into in the past couple weeks and particularly the past couple days. And this is my old trusty. I believe it or not, I refer to this book all the time. I mean, it gives me pretty much any guitar chord I could ever think of, that and more. I really do rely on this book a lot. It is always in my bag. I carry this around with me pretty much 24/7. So that's a staple for me. Of course, my other tool is the real book. I continue to take lessons through um, some great instructors, and constantly referencing this book and playing songs out of this book. It has been a part of my life since, well, I want to say 1997. So this is a staple. I also carry this book around in conjunction with the guitar chord. There's sort of two essentials that you have to have. Um, these other books, I've acquired throughout the years, and they're very helpful, and I've been particularly getting into them on and off, for different reasons and whatnot. The Guitar Scale Guru. This is a great example of a book. Any page you open up is easy to understand. It doesn't matter. Just pick a page, open it up, and you kind of understand what's going on. I mean, that's pretty cool. Complete notes of the guitar. That's an essential. Speaking of this lesson, I really think that looking back on my life, if I would have learned every note on the guitar when I was younger, it would have really made a difference for many, many years to me. I mean, I have to say that maybe only in the past 5 to 10 years have I really mastered this concept. However, if I would have studied this in its completion, um, in my 20s or even 30s, I would have been a lot further than I am along now. But here nor there, it's also an important tool. Here's another great book, The Guitar Method Supplement, incredible chord finder. Again, it's much like the Spiral book in that you pick a chord, It's in here. I mean, anything you can think of is in that book. Now, the Berkeley series, I've had this since I was a teenager, and I first started guitar lessons with this book, and you know, I really do want to challenge any player of any level to play through this. Remember what it's like to go through these exercises. They're really important. And I still do today. This is a very crucial book. I mean, look at that. That's some crazy stuff if you get to that level. Position playing. You know, I struggled through this book, and I still do, but it is an essential. I also have a couple others here. You know, here's an old one. Playing the guitar, Frederick Node. Let's check this out. This thing, well, it was $1.87 at its at Goodwill. So then we got some cool exercises in this book. You can see how it's laid out. It gives you a lot of very intricate, you know, approach to how to play the guitar, how to sit, how to strum, that kind of thing, along with some pretty heavy-duty exercises. It's important to know as a guitarist to play through these things, understand what's going on. Great book. Here's another one. I think a friend of mine, perhaps a drummer, gave this to me. If you're out there, if you're listening, was that you, Jess, the drummer, that gave me this book? Because if so, it's a great book. Got some great chords in it. I've been checking it out. Some cool scales and whatnot. Wow. Very cool stuff. Scale theory. Yeah, let's get heavy duty into that. Leave it to a drummer to give a guitarist a book. But hey, love you as a brother, man. And then we got the Guitar Method, book 2. Another sort of in the same lines of the Berkeley Method. The guitar, you know, this is important. I've you know, you master all these chords. I know this seems, you know, maybe basic, rudimentary, but when you can play an E chord and then play the harmonic minor scale over top of it, wow. It's cool stuff, you know? I've been learning that stuff. It's great. It's really, really cool. And then finally, at least for tonight, I have, you know, dozens and dozens of other books. These are just the ones I've been kind of getting into lately. The Guitar Mode Encyclopedia. Oh yeah. Now this is the Lohengrin mode. We're going to discuss all the modes that you can play on the guitar, on any scale, any thing you could really ever think of is probably in this book. Wow, this gets pretty in depth. You know, some of this advanced theory stuff, I don't even understand it. So I have a lot to learn. Been learning those intervals. They're important too. Learn your intervals. You know, digest it, understand it, live it, breathe it. I mean, that's what I've been doing lately. The last couple days, weeks, I've been, you know, playing guitar and studying theory for several hours a day. I've been doing the old school thing of really trying to dig in and learn things through the book method, and I write things down, and you know, I use charts and stuff like that. It's important to me to read music and really get a very in-depth approach to it. And I can't stress that enough to everyone who's out there learning to play guitar and whatnot. So, but I wanted to share these things with you and some of my resources that I have for the knowledge. And I'm going to close out with some good energy, and thanks for subscribing and watching and liking my channel. And as always, be kind to each other. Thanks for watching.